public art is for the people, and for the deepest part of them.
It is people like Roberta and their creations that provide us with phenomenal displays of beauty that help us all win our day-to-day battle with cynicism, boredom, and the mundane.
Nature's lovely, but when you can superimpose something man or woman made into a setting and they fit, that's really cool.
You're going past the technical element, you're going to the level that people are enjoying it. They don't know why, but it makes them smile.
I stepped aside to look at it from a distance, and at that moment there was a number of people who were coming down the hill, and all of a sudden they noticed the sculpture, and it was as if all of a sudden the space became visible. Before it was up, people would just walk by, not even notice the two trees on either side of the sculpture. But now people are taking time to really look at the space and to notice it.
Well, the first impetus in recent times to do sculpture-inspired choreography occurred in conversations that I had with Karen Montanero, who's a dancer and a mime. I love collaborating where I am doing my work, satisfies my creative impulses, and it inspires someone else's creative impulses with her as a dancer, mime, spoken word artist. So these different boxes, I was cutting forms out of, starting with cardboard and then working with foam core and aluminum sheeting. I began loving the combination of the different materials together too. It added more personality to it almost seemed like it was a company of different people when it was different materials. Just making these mock-ups, and these were done very casually, not perfect layouts by any means, but that's what I showed people when I originally suggested this idea of site sculptures here. Mm-hmm. And it was enough to make them really get the feeling of it being here and get excited by it. From the beginning, I'm drawing. Drawing is just always a part of my beginning and part of my whole process. I like a lot of different gestures that I might have drawn, but when I actually cut them out of the paper or saw them out of a piece of wood and working concretely with it three-dimensionally and then superimposing it on a site, I see if it fits or not. And so this was a piece that just kept fitting. It just kept intriguing me enough to keep working with it. It kept looking really good on the sites. My goal is that these sculptures and other sculptures go into neighborhoods where there's low self-esteem and see the effect it has on the neighborhood. Go into it with an approach of hoping that it would inspire people in those neighborhoods to feel better about their neighborhood, that it counts enough to have something beautiful put there, and also for them to want to take better care of their neighborhood because there is this care being given to it.
Thank you, Roberta, and thank you all. Now, Roberta, the artist herself.
Thank you all so much for being here. Your being here completes the sculpture. I'm so lucky to live in a place that not only inspires an idea, but has the facilities that enable me to create it here, an elevator ride away. All facets of the Morningside community have helped voluntarily with the creation and installation of this sculpture. Initial enthusiasm and trust of Mike McMahon has been priceless. The board's approval allowed me to do this work with permission rather than as guerrilla art. The workshop covered all costs as their gift to the community, and I have had tremendous assistance and expertise from fellow members of the workshop. And now I want to say a few words about Doris, a great friend and a virtual aunt to Jay. She has been watching and hearing stories about its progress all year, that along with her being one of the earliest settlers here at Morningside, who has watched the development of this landscape from its first muddy days. It seemed just perfect to have her cut the ribbon today, using my mother's pinking shears.
People are engaged in art by surprise. I mean, they might hear about the piece and come intentionally, but a whole lot of people are going to be just engaged with it by surprise. So I'm adding that element to their day, and that to me is a way I can contribute to society.